Person County traffic, 262 Echo Romeo is departing runway 6, Person County. I take off.
Let's do short field. Oh, 12 degrees up, about right there. Just keep it up there. Don't let it fall back. And your airspeed 59 is actually perfect. 65 is okay. And now you can lower the nose.
County. Crosswind, runway 5 for now.
Person County traffic, 2 Echo Romeo is turning crosswind for runway 6, Person County. Person County traffic, 2 Echo Romeo is turning downwind for runway 6, Person County.
Okay, a short field landing. Okay.
Traffic, Liberty 101, we're departing the area to the west. There's no traffic.
Still on the taxiway.
Alright, traffic to the County 406, Lima, left crosswind, runway 5, Hornet.
Person County Traffic 2 Echo Romeo is turning base for runway 6, Person County.
Howard County 406, probably Lima, left downwind, runway 5, Hornet.
Person County Traffic, Archer 980 Alpha. We're taking runway 6, departing to the south. We have the traffic on base in sight.
100, departing back to Lynchburg to the final call, Brookdale traffic.
Person County Traffic 2 Echo Romeo is turning final for runway 6, Person County.
Let it balloon on you. Or force it down when you put those flaps in.
Traffic, 2 minutes for jumpers in the air, 13.5 below. Use caution, overflying traffic.
Now, 70 till you get in at least over the highway, if not a little closer. You want the full flaps. What you got to watch is at airspeed. That's pitch and power as needed. What do you need? Right now you're going to be high. Now if you were clearing obstacles, this would work out pretty good. Power all the way out. Got to be anticipating what the plane's going to do. That much float you weren't expecting.
Person County Traffic, Archer 980 Alpha, departing to the south, last call, Person County.
Good. All right, we'll make the turn off here and taxi back. That was a good landing.
Thank you.
When you swing in and you start putting those flaps in, the first 10 balloon you, but you're compensating for them really well. You're not ballooning on them. Then when you go to drop the rest of it, you're letting that, basically you're coming down at 5, you put the flaps down, we quit coming down at all.
Right.
But the plane slows down. And so now, 10 seconds later, you're 100 feet too high. So you think of it as coming down a long hill in your truck, okay? And in your truck, the hill is a fixed thing. It's there, you're on it. In the airplane, we control that hill with pitch of the airplane. So if you've got to put on the brakes, the only way you can maintain speed is to push the nose over a tiny bit more. Not real fast, because that nose wheel, I still haven't gotten all the parts in to try to work on that shimmy again.
Okay.
The faster you taxi, the more likely it is to shimmy.
Seems like it's a thing with me. The other plane.
Well, it's a weak link of Cessna's.
Okay. That makes me feel a little bit better.
Yeah, there's several different things that can all contribute to it, but it is a weak link of Cessna's. All right, we're going to do a soft field takeoff.
Okay.
And you're also basically correct. Had you just kept the nose up on the other one, it would have been a soft field. It would have been.
Yeah.
The biggest difference is how close to the end of the runway you want to get.
Right. Assuming the guy left AT.
Yeah, pretty sure he did.
Yeah. Probably spent. Like 10 to me. Look over there. You see 10?
That looks good to me.
Okay.
Repeat.
Done that before when we slept.
Right foot.
push over, the magic number is 50 or 55?
I don't look at numbers when I'm coming
First
off
County
the...
traffic,
Okay.
Cherokee 8092 Echoes about 5 miles to the east, and we're going to be setting up for the ILS for runway 6 first.
I am looking only at what the plane's doing relative to the ground.
Okay.
And my field.
Okay.
Now, as I push the nose over, now it's stable and accelerating. Now I'll look at airspeed. But I don't look at airspeed as to when to push it over because I look at altitude for that.
Okay.
What I'm concerned about is that I don't end up letting it come back down.
Okay.
Or climb too high, either one. You know, you're right in there in the coffin corner of all but stalled with trying to not hit the ground, but also trying not to climb any higher in case it does stall.
Right.
So you're really playing a fine edge until you can accelerate the plane.
Hornet traffic 9390 Juliet is 2 miles left for joining left downwind, runway 5, Hornet.
Person County traffic 2 Echo Romeo is turning crosswind for runway 6, Person County.
Person County traffic, Archer 8092 Echo is westbound to the south of the airport, setting up for the ILS runway.
More like a helicopter than it did an
Hornet
airplane.
traffic 9390 Juliet, left downwind, runway 5, Hornet.
Person County traffic 2 Echo Romeo is downwind for runway 6, Person County. A bit of weird wind going on again.
All right, another soft field landing, or a soft field landing, maybe I should say.
Yeah, the last one was a short.
And Blue Ridge traffic, Cherokee 904 Sierra Lima, just departed runway 13. Blue Ridge will be departing to the southwest. Have a good day.
Don't keep coming down, level out.
I was above.
Yeah, but you're now 100 below and still coming down 600 feet a minute.
Hornet traffic 245 Bravo Lima, turning crosswind, runway 5, Hornet.
Hornet traffic 9390 Juliet, base, runway 5, full stop, Hornet.
Person County traffic 2 Echo Romeo is turning base for runway 6, Person County.
Right foot.
Person County traffic 2 Echo Romeo is turning final for runway 6, Person County.
Don't pull up. You need to stay level, then stay level. If you're getting a little bit low, but don't try to climb back up unless you're getting dangerously low, in which case it's going to take a lot of power.
Person County traffic, Archer 8092 Echo is still westbound, and we'll be heading out 10 miles and then inbound on the ILS at 3,000 feet.
Okay, see, you've all but quit coming down. Go from looking really good to looking kind of high. Work it, smooth. Chasing it there a little bit. All right, bring it to a stop and we'll just go from here on a soft field takeoff.
Okay.
Got 4,000 feet of runway.
I got it. Soft field, I got it. Back up so I can get back to 10.
So what'd you miss?
Same thing last time. I don't know what's going on.
Hey, you want the nose wheel to get in the air, but not enough to drag the tail.
I know.
Tiny bit of right foot. There you go. Push it over. There you go. Now you can push over a lot closer to the ground than that if you want to.
Okay.
Most people worry about coming back down. Unless you instantly push when it comes off, you aren't very likely to get back down.
Yeah, I'm a little bit still nervous about dragging the tail because I had that one incident. I was convinced I wouldn't do it, then I did it. At least I know what it feels like now.
Traffic Skyhawk 946, 5 miles to the south, be crossing over midfield, setting up for a downwind, left downwind for 13 Blue Ridge.
Person County traffic to Echo Romeo is turning crosswind for runway 6, Person County.
Traffic 245 Bravo Lima, turning crosswind, runway 5.
Right, but good.
Person County traffic to Echo Romeo is turning downwind for runway 6, Person County.
Altitude. Right foot.
Blue Ridge traffic, Mall 5663 November, departing the pattern to the southwest, Blue Ridge.
There are still some updraft things going on.
Blue Ridge traffic 946, crossing midfield for a left downwind, 13 Blue Ridge.
A little bit tight on the downwind.
Traffic 245 Bravo Lima, short approach, runway 5.
Person County traffic to Echo Romeo is turning base for runway 6, Person County.
Chester traffic, jumpers in the air from 14,000 feet. Do not overfly the airport, Chester traffic.
Again, if you see anything you don't like, it's up to you to fix it sooner rather than later. Don't wait on it to improve, because it won't.
Person County traffic 2 Echo Romeo is turning final for runway 6, Person County.
And Archer 8092 Echo is 10-mile final on the ILS for runway 6, 2,500 for Person County.
I don't know if you told me which kind of landing you want.
I did not. Not too late. Let's do a short field.
Okay.
Now, your approach looks really good right here, okay? Angle looks good. Pointed at about the end, the line across, it's the end of the runway, and then you make small adjustments to get to the end of the result you want. Remember, the wind's coming off your side, so it's a tiny bit of left wing and right foot. Don't make it land. Good. All right, go ahead. See, once you smoothed out, it's a beautiful landing. Yep.
That's a pretty nice day.
I like the temperature. A little bit of breeze. I like it better, but it's a little overcast, so the sun didn't beat it up.
Yeah, true. But the clouds are pretty.
The rest of it's good.
The trees are looking pretty, too.
Yes, they are.
Person County traffic 2 Echo Romeo is turning crosswind for runway 6, Person County. Person County traffic 2 Echo Romeo is turning downwind for runway 6, Person County.
Person County traffic 8092 Echo is 5-mile final for ILS runway 6.
I don't see him on there, do you? Oh, there he is.
So what altitude are you shooting for?
16. I was trying to get down, and I guess
You did.
I went too far.
Yeah, when you get to 16, level out.
Internet traffic 245 Bravo Lima turning crosswind runway 500.
So what are you thinking?
Thinking about that traffic.
All right, what you gonna do about that traffic?
I'm looking at there, and I don't see him.
There.
There's 5 miles.
It's not no longer 5 miles.
Okay, so I'm going to extend my downwind.
Okay. He was 5 miles about the time you rolled out on the downwind. Now he's about 3.5 or 4. It happens to be that black dot right over there.
There he is. Person County Traffic 2 Echo Romeo is extending the downwind for the traffic coming on runway 6, Person County.
Person County, we got you in sight. We're breaking off the approach, flying upwind.
Hi. All right, so in that case, once you're beside him, you can turn.
Okay.
Must not be doing good if he's breaking off the approach this early.
Person County Traffic 2 Echo Romeo is turning base for runway 6, Person County.
Or maybe he was just letting you know he was going to do that.
Maybe he was doing missed approach?
Well, he's practicing instrument approaches. Fairly often you don't land out of because you already know how to land. What you're needing to practice is to get down to minimums and then climb back out safely.
Person County Traffic 2 Echo Romeo is turning final for runway 6, Person County. And a landing?
Soft field.
Soft field?
Soft.
Okay.
You see, right here is where I'd shove the nose over. I wouldn't wait till I was already high and not coming down.
Okay.
When I felt those flaps start ballooning me, that's where I'd push on it.
Okay.
And then once they come all the way down and the speed stabilizes, you probably don't have to push much. But during that transition, you do.
Okay.
Now, think about smooth this time. You're quite capable of doing it. All right. Go ahead when you're ready. That was a lot smoother. You weren't chasing it.
All right. I felt better.
Gentle, but use your feet.
Person County Traffic 2 Echo Romeo is turning crosswind for runway 6, Person County.
Good. That's the way you do that, foot.
Person County Traffic 2 Echo Romeo is turning downwind for runway 6, Person County.
Now, if you don't let it climb, you don't have to come back down.
Martinsville RV departing the area to the west, climb in Martinsville. High traffic, 245 Bravo Lima, short approach, runway 5. You're loud and clear, sir.
the plane trimmed so it's going to fly itself, or if you let go of it, it's going to go somewhere you don't want it to?
Gonna go somewhere I don't want it to.
Then trim it.
Oh. Oh,
Why wouldn't you?
I should. And the problem is, I don't do a good job with trim. That's a weak spot.
Well, then try a little bit, play with it.
I don't even know why I don't use the trim. It's kind of weird that I don't. What's the reason not to?
All right, be a normal landing.
Okay. I don't even know what that is.
Either. Looks a lot like a Sawfield.
Person County Traffic 2 Echo Romeo is turning base for runway 6, Person County. I just do 30? At a 40?
Yep, be fine.
Person County Traffic 2 Echo Romeo is turning final for runway 6, Person County.
All right, go around. Control the plane. Oh, and again, you don't have to slam the power in, but you do want to move it in quickly.
All right.
But when you do, it's going to turn the plane to the left.
You had that planned, didn't you?
Yes.
I don't get to do a normal landing after all. Took it away from me just like that.
Well, at least you didn't let it pitch up on you. That's the important thing.
Person County Traffic 2 Echo Romeo is turning crosswind for runway 6, Person County. Person County Traffic 2 Echo Romeo is turning downwind for runway 6, Person County.
It's not bad till you get right around 800 feet up. Then all of a sudden it starts chopping at you.
Yep.
Don't let it climb. Look at your climb coordinate. Turn. Climb.
Vertical speed. Traffic 245 Bravo Lima, turning base runway 5.
Vertical speed indicator.
PSI, I guess is what they call it.
Yep, PSI. Because remember, early on, it's a trend indicator. It doesn't read necessarily really precise, but it does give you the trend of what's coming.
Okay, so I'm using this, and look at that. I did almost a full wheel.
Whatever it takes. There you go. Now, remember, you can only limitedly fly the plane with the trim because it's always behind. It's trimming for an airspeed, and if it isn't perfect, it's going to try to either climb to slow down or go down to pick up speed. That's the reason to run the trim correctly. You hold the yoke and trim the pressure off. All right, motor just quit. Don't let it get slow up here. 70 is about where you want to be. No power. 70 is about what you want to be. So that means if it's too slow, you got to put your nose over a tiny bit. Person County 2 Echo Romeo is a tight base for runway 6, person. Now you can keep your hand on the throttle, just don't use it unless we really need it.
Okay.
Since we're pretending we don't want to crash, don't want to be that realistic about it.
No, I would prefer not to be that.
All right, so here you could put in a side slip if you wanted to. I'd normally go to the inside wing and right foot because you already got the wing down and all you do is bury the right swap feet. Now, the problem is with 10 degrees flaps, it's going to float a long way. So once you're sure you got it made, then you want to put more flaps in. But keep your nose down because the flaps will drag. That's putting on brakes. If you don't make the plane get near the runway, it's going to get too slow. All right. Whenever you're ready, go ahead.
It was acting kind of funky.
You used it as you should on the engine out.
Right.
I retrimmed it back closer to the climb attitude.
I always worry that I'm going to forget the flaps.
Well, certainly the flaps can be a big deal.
Yes, it can.
If that trim's all the way down, you're going to have to stiff arm the yoke to keep it from pitching up. That's a big deal too, but that wouldn't happen in real life because in real life, if you had the engine out, it ain't coming back.
You're right. Person County Traffic 2 Echo Romeo is turning crosswind for runway 6, Person County. Person County Traffic 2 Echo Romeo is turning downwind for runway 6, Person County. Sorry, I talked over somebody. Ladder. Okay.
Yep.
Still bumpy.
Blue Ridge traffic 946 departing to the east. Final call, Blue Ridge.
All right, so we're using the end of the runway up to the turnoff that's right beside you.
Okay, the second turnoff.
Yep.
Third, actually.
Yep.
Okay. For what?
Motor quit. I want to be on the ground and stopped when you get to that third turnoff. Person County, A2 Echo Romeo, base leg, runway 6, person.
Last call, Hornet frequency, have a little bit of trouble hearing you. Yeah, it's louder and it's very clear, but it's still a little soft.
Watch that airspeed. If you run out of it up here, it's like blood. Got it made, start pumping your flaps in. All up. Nothing to be gained by not using them at this point. All they're going to do is float you. If you don't use them, you're just going to float way down the runway. There you go. So you got plenty of room, but if you hadn't put them in,
Yep,
if you
right.
stayed at 10,
I was
just down and go.
I had, remembering when I put them in too soon, I ballooned too much.
Well, the balloon is a different, it's caused by them, but it's still,
Oh,
yep, it's still something that's controllable.
Ferguson County traffic 2 Echo Romeo is turning crosswind for runway 6, Ferguson County.
Hornet traffic, RV7 going.
Romeo traffic, Liberty 121, 8.5 miles to the southwest on Romeo 6. Can execute the RNAV 600%.
Ferguson County traffic 2 Echo Romeo is turning downwind, crosswind, downwind for runway 6, Ferguson County. Pick a wind.
0508, you got you guys enter the pattern? So that 90508? 0508, we're 3.5 to the south on the 45 for left Allen 24 Brookdale.
Hornet traffic, RV7 going down, runway 5, Hornet County.
I'm going direct for the downwind, 508. Entering the direct downwind right now, Liberty 177. We'll follow Pioneer, Liberty 108.
All right, motor just quit. Okay, so make sure your mixture's in, fuel selector is in the right place.
Brookdale traffic, Liberty 108 is on 45-degree entry for runway 24, touch and go.
Now, use enough drag. Don't want to overdo it, but don't baby it too much. Once you're sure you got it made, start adding more drag.
Partner traffic, Liberty 177, left base.
Looking down on it, put all the drag in. Or use half of it, do a hard side slip.
Tornado traffic, Liberty 121, 5 miles to the southwest.
Right now, you're 200 feet up. You only got 2,000 feet of runway to use. Power. I ain't get up that high. A little bit of power would help you.
You're right.
All right, go again.
I should have just admitted the fact that I wasn't going to make it, just kind of gone around.
No, you engine out, there's no go around.
You're right.
We practice as if it's real. It's easy to use the crutch and say, well, I wouldn't have made it, so I'm not going to keep doing this.
You're right.
Then the next time around, your brain says, oh, I don't have to make this. I can just go around. And that's true if we were doing normal approaches and landings.
You're right.
When we're trying to practice real, and I understand that it's hard to imagine in your head to tune out the fact that there's 6,000 feet of runway there.
You're right. But I got to try.
But you got to do it.
Yep.
I heard an instructor one time say, well, just go so there's 2,000 feet left and then play with it. No, hell no.
Iconic space for runway 24. We're going to be doing touch and goes from now.
24 Bravo, English, short approach, runway 5, Hornet.
Tornado traffic, Liberty 121, 3 mile final, runway 6, going to circle land 24, and we'll go miss from the left downwind at Brooklyn.
Person County traffic 2 Echo Romeo is turning crosswind for runway 6, Person County.
Hill traffic, Liberty 122, 3 miles north inbound from Powder Newark. Will fly over the field 500 feet above, then join the left downwind 24, Brookneal.
Brookneal traffic, Liberty 108 is turning on final for runway 24, Brookneal.
Person County traffic 2 Echo Romeo is turning downwind for runway 6, Person County.
Hornet traffic, RV7 Delta Bravo, turning downwind, runway 5, Hornet.
Tornado traffic, Liberty 121, starting to join the left downwind runway 24 at 1,600 feet. Going to go miss from here at Liberty 121.
So this time around, I want you to talk out loud what you're thinking. Altitudes, making it, not making it, what you're doing. Just,
Okay.
Give me a running commentary of what you're doing.
Okay. First of all, I'm too high, first of all. That's a big one.
All right, motor just quit.
Oh, I'm pulling out the carb heat. I'm going ahead and add trim so that I can glide to 70. Stay level until I hit 70.
What else could make the motor run?
Oh, I could try.
Hornet traffic, RV.
Always try.
Okay. Fuel. Also make
You don't
sure
have
that
to
this
land
is
off airport, don't.
okay. The fuel is in.
Okay, so now you can focus on flying.
Okay. So now I'm still gliding at about 72.
Good.
And really pretty much 45 degrees over my shoulder now.
Traffic, Liberty 177, left off from runway 24, Brookneal.
Now remember that 45 is normally a power maneuver.
Traffic, Liberty 122, just crossed midfield, 500 feet above pattern. We're going to go out 2 miles and join the left downwind runway.
Get a little bit of drag.
If you don't have to go 45 necessarily on an engine out, because that might put you too far. Right now you're looking okay, but I'm just saying that's...
Looking for traffic just in case. I'm lining up. Adding a little bit more drag gradually. Checking my out.
Person County 2 Echo Romeo final 6 person.
Seven, it looks like I'm probably going to make it. Add a little bit more.
If you put too much in too soon, now you come up short, you're screwed. Watch that airspeed like a hawk. Do not let it get below 60. Don't let it get below 60. Now you can let it do whatever you need it to do. Good, good recovery. Shorter, better. All right, your trim's reset. Off, go ahead.
Mile to the south, and we're headed back to Lynchburg at 2,100 up to 25, Liberty 108, on final call.
Lunenburg County traffic says 88227, 7 miles west-northwest inbound for 45 entry, left downwind, runway 2 full stop, Lunenburg.
Traffic, RV 7 Bravo, do a 360 and re-enter downwind for runway 5 Harnett.
Person County traffic to Echo Romeo is turning crosswind for runway 6, Person County.
Too steep. Bank angle about 20 through this turn is a better bank.
Okay. Traffic Liberty 177, turn to final runway 24, stop and go, Brookfield.
Brookfield traffic, Liberty 122, 3 miles to the southeast. We'll enter the left downwind runway 24 on 45, Brookfield traffic.
Person County traffic to Echo Romeo is downwind for runway 6, Person County.
Harnett traffic, RV 7 Delta Bravo, turning downwind, runway 5 Harnett.
Person County, Nevada 2 sub Papa Alpha is 6 miles to the northwest. We're inbound for runway 6.
That for Person County?
Yep.
Sounded real excited.
Yep.
And out?
Engine out.
All right, once again. Check-in, fuel, mixture. Everything looks okay. Still no engine. Looking for 70 glide.
Brookfield traffic,
We're right there.
149.
Start to come down gradually.
6 miles to the north. We are on a 24, and then we're going to be going this, heading out back to
A little bit of drag.
traffic.
I'm usually a little bit cautious on the drag. I usually wait longer and then put in more.
Okay.
Because if you put in too much, what looks okay but turn into a strong headwind that you weren't really aware of, you may not get there. So if you're not seeing or looking down at it slightly or everything, if it's rising, then you're already low. So you're doing the right thing. You're making this turn. At some point, we actually are not going to make it here, right? Would you agree?
I would agree.
Power up. Power beat is not the first thing you do when you power up. Power is always
Yeah,
the first thing
unfortunately, it's left to right, and I need to...
I understand.
Yeah,
And
you're
if
right.
you want to get your thumb and the throttle at the same time, you want to push them both in, I'm okay with that.
Person County, Ocean 386 Delta, 3,000, 10 miles to the southwest, maneuvering.
There we go.
But if your game plan is to get away from the ground, power as that happens. And that's where your hand, of course, engine out, where you don't always leave your hand on the throttle, but that's the reason you do leave your hand on the throttle.
Air traffic, Liberty 177, left cross number 124, Burknell.
Hornet Regional Traffic, Cherokee 8024 November is about 6 miles to the southwest.
Okay, they are somewhere right over there.
Traffic on departure light for 6 in Person County, you stand in the pattern?
They're right there.
2 Echo Romeo, stand in the pattern at Person.
Alright, we have you on site. We're going to do a small loop out here to the northwest, so we'll leave you number 2
Make a turn.
downwind behind you.
All right, appreciate that. 2 Echo Romeo.
Lunenburg County traffic, Cessna 8220, left downwind for 2, full stop, Lunenburg.
And Harnett County, we need 282. South, so we'll be across the midfield for left downwind. Runway 5, we got the
Right there.
inside. It looks like we're right off your right wing tip.
Person County traffic, 2 Echo Romeo is turning downwind for runway 6, Person County.
Traffic, Liberty 177 is in the left downwind of 124.
And that was good situational awareness on his part.
Yeah. It is 2 miles out on the RNAV 24, should be going to the runway and the north departure, Liberty 149. You guys get over here, Liberty 149, appreciate it.
Usually what I try to do, if I have an engine out or I'm practicing them, is I try to stabilize the airplane on speed before I worry about drag. And then once I'm stable, then I look to see what the plane's doing.
Okay.
And if everything's staying real still, you don't want to add drag. If it's falling away from you, you want to add drag. And if it's rising, you want to figure out something, either how to get there quicker or something else. All right, motor just quit.
All right, checking the mixture, checking everything that could possibly be created. Going ahead and adding in trim so I can go ahead and glide.
Gotta watch your airport.
Yeah, but traffic is going west on the RNAV 24. Should get traffic.
Traffic, stop your traffic, Liberty 177 is turning left base for 124, making a short approach.
We're looking out for that runway midfield to go with the left downwind runway 5.
Looking good. Person County, 2 Echo Romeo, tight approach, runway 6, so we're base leg turning final. Person. Looking good. Okay, now feel like you're looking down at it, speed got a tiny bit, now start dumping your flaps in. Dump them in, put them in.
Okay.
If you don't, you're now doing 80 and we're not getting down. See, that quick transition, it literally is a few seconds, makes the difference between being too high and fast or too low and slow or somewhere in the middle. All right, go around. Fly the plane. Number.
That.
Good.
Person County, 27 Papa Alpha is on downwind runway 6.
So you went from looking right on the money to all of a sudden in 10 seconds being high. And it's the ability to see that happen. And it's the split second it crosses your mind, it's time to decide, okay, how am I going to fix this?
Okay.
Is it more drag? Is it turn away from the airport slightly, eat up the clock? Is it a side slip? What's going to work for you?
Okay.
Because you made the turn in at a point where you needed to do what you were doing. It was working. And then we got a little bit of wind or something, I don't know, updraft or something, and all of a sudden we're high.
Right. Now
well, real life, if that's the only airport, only field you got to land in, you got one shot at it, that's it.
Right. And so that's one of the things I was going to say. Just give me a quick sec.
Person County traffic to Echo Romeo is turning crosswind for runway 6, Person County.
What I was going to say is, I didn't think go around was an option. I thought
well, it normally wouldn't have been.
Right, that's what I was thinking, well, I don't have an engine, I can't go around.
That's correct.
So I was going to try to, even though I was going to miss my mark, I was going to try to land it.
Well, in real life, it's back to, you know, if you're going to hit the trees on the far end of the field, you still want to do it as slow as possible.
You're right.
And you don't want to hit a big tree trunk head on.
You're right, you got to turn the plane sideways.
Well, you just got to miss the big tree trunk.
Right, but that's what I was reading in the literature. It said that, you know, if you have to, and you see a tree, you're supposed to turn the plane at the last minute to try to have it absorb the impact.
I mean, I'm not sure what you're reading. I'm rolling out, and I'm looking, and there's a woods full of trees. My only objective is not to hit the tree with the nose. I can scan it. I can have it hit the wings. I don't want it to hit the nose because that's a sudden stop.
Right, that's...
If it hits the wing, if it only hits one wing, it may spin the plane around, but it's not a sudden stop.
Right, that's why I was thinking turn sideways so that you have the wing hit the tree instead of the
nose.
nose.
That's wishful thinking,
okay.
I believe. Now, you know...
I'm way far out, but just FYI.
If you got a little bit of room, you might can... you know, make the plane turn and go down the edge of the woods, for that matter. All right, motor just quit.
Checking all the things I can check. I am way far away from the airport.
So what you gonna do?
I'm gonna do my best. I'm gonna try to
turn. If you're way far away.
Somebody just landed, also.
That's okay. If you're way far away, you don't want to keep getting further away. Now, go for about 70 on your speed. Trim it as much as you can. Now, what do you see? Same 2,000 feet. What do you see?
Too high.
Talk to me. All right, what you gonna do about it?
Well, point the nose down.
No, because if you do,
well, I added some of that.
You didn't add anywhere near enough.
Okay.
So I'm waiting, delaying my turn. Okay.
Okay. You doing it or am I doing it?
I'm kind of helping you here.
Okay.
Now I'll make you turn.
Okay.
Keep your nose down now because you got drag. You're mixing up what's going to control what for you. Yes, pitch does control where the plane's going, but if you're coming down a really steep hill and you make it steeper, you're just going to go faster. Now you could throw in a little bit of side slip for a few seconds. And make a good landing. 2 to 3 stripes. Let it work itself out. Beautiful. And of course, little brakes, we would have had it. I don't want to slide my tires.
Okay.
All right. As you see the difference in what I kind of pushed you into that time?
No, you're right. Absolutely.
Wish you told my former wife that. He's right. I'm actually a little bit tongue-in-cheek there.
Trying to figure out what their story is. I didn't hear them talking.
I heard them say something, but I didn't catch what it was. But it looks like they might just be leaving.
Voice was so soft I could barely understand what they were saying.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're turning right.
Okay, we've talked about the impossible turn, haven't we?
Yes, we have.
So if the engine quit right now, what would you do? Push the nose over and turn at the same time. There's no think about it. You think you're just going away and climbing and running out of airspeed.
I don't think I would have made it.
I think you would have.
Traffic, Liberty 177, left crossing over 24, Burketown.
Certainly you aren't going to make it if you don't try and see what you got. The worst case is you're probably going to get back to the open area around the airport even if you don't make it all the way to the runway.
But did you really want me to do it?
No.
Turning on to the left.
I want you to do it. I'd have pulled the power.
That's what I thought.
That's what I want you to do is think through it.
Okay.
That one, if you're at below 500 feet, the odds of making it back are very small. Depending, it could be done, but not likely. You're 500 feet up, and you're climbing at 70, 75, 80, and you immediately, sputters, you're turning. You aren't waiting to find out what's going on, whether it can be fixed. You're rolling in that turn as you deal with the rest of the airplane. To do anything less, and you're right, you aren't going to get there. But if you decide you aren't going to get there, you know, you've probably heard that old thing, and if you don't think you can do it, you're right. You do think you do it, you might be right as well.
Not sure what we're doing. Are we just doing a regular landing now?
We're doing a regular landing.
We'll see.
Nothing wrong.
Until there is.
Traffic Larry 189 is 9.5 miles to the northeast, coming in for some pattern work for some traffic.
I couldn't understand.
Whoever that was is not the same people.
Oh, I thought it was.
Brooknell.
Okay.
If that was that young lady's instructor, I'd say, look, you got to talk forcibly. You can't.
Yeah, so people can hear you.
Yeah, you can't just whine at it. I wouldn't use the word whine, but you're way too soft. And you don't sound like you're in charge.
Person County Traffic 2 Echo Romeo is turning base for runway 6, Person County.
I don't know why it is, but it seems to me nowadays a lot of the young girls have developed this kind of crackly voice, which doesn't particularly appeal to me. Maybe it does appeal to the young men of this time frame, but it doesn't do much for me.
Person County Traffic 2 Echo Romeo is turning final for runway 6, Person County.
Remember, you make the nose stay on a solid plane all the way to you start the flare. Now, you were fine, except after you touched, you pulled again.
I did. I was thinking.
Or you pulled to use up the
field.
rest of the speed. I know.
Time for turn off. It's 4 o'clock.
Yep.
Whew. I assume you're using this plane.
Yep.
Where do you want me to park?
So I don't know if he's here or not. I think he is, but I don't know for a fact, so we'll put it in its normal slot.
Okay. Is it Tom? Okay. You normally have them on Wednesdays, right?
Normally it's Wednesdays, that's correct.
Either in front of me or behind me when I off. reception party coming out to greet us.
As long as they aren't carrying guns, I guess we're okay.
I thought things went pretty well today.
They did. I think you're smoothing over the problem areas. I mean smoothing in a good way.
Well, I will look at that as progress.
What I'm really pushing on you is to put the whole package together.
I know.
Because you're capable of doing it.
Of course I am. I know I am. I feel like, you know, I have parts where I'm, like, not doing it, and it gets rusty, and it takes me a while to get it back.
Yeah, and then I think once you realize that, there's a tendency to let that distract you from everything else.
I mean, we're not going to tie down, probably.
Probably not. Put the gust lock in. The rest of it we'll leave. Let's find out what's going on.
Okay.